After seeing so many people tell their own story in RuneScape, it's now my time. After the recent Varlamore expansion, the region has been completed. And ever since I saw my very first video of somebody telling a story in RuneScape, developing their own character, their own story, I have been inspired. And after playing my own Ironman for years now, I want to tell a brand new story. A story that fits all within Varlamore and we're not able to leave. My name is Noob Tourist and welcome to my adventure. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Varlamore. My name is Noob Tourist and we're gonna have a little bit of an adventure over the next coming weeks, months, maybe years, who knows. I am a fresh level account, straight from Tutorial Island. We got here as soon as possible. I'm still level 1 and everything. I didn't take anything with me, I think, except for the 25 coins or 30 coins in my bank that you have on a brand new account. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna make the best out of this. So, I'm a Varlamore right now, and what is the first thing we gotta do? I think we're gonna start this as basic as possible, and that is we're gonna pickpocket some citizens here, see if we can steal some lunch money, and let's get going. There we go, there we go. Let's see if you have some coins in your pocket, mister. There is a cake stall over here. We can surely use that later on. Ouch. But first, we need to make sure we get our thieving up a little bit. So, while we're pickpocketing away, there are a few rules that I want to play by. So one of the rules is Eclipse Red wines are forbidden. It is way too easy to make money. Let's make it a little bit more tough to make some money. We could have adamant armor within 20 minutes, and that is, I think, a little bit taking away from the experience of locking ourselves inside a region. Rule number 2 is that we are possible to do content outside of Varlamore if it locks away too much content. For instance, we're gonna go do Druidic Ritual. Druidic? I have no idea how to pronounce this. Druidic? Okay, we're gonna do the Herblore quest. We're gonna do that later on. It's not really necessary right now. And there is one big door that is standing in the way, and that is 48 Slayer. Now, we will begin Slayer at a point that our account is already progressed to a point that it's fair for us to do Slayer, at least from 40 combat on somewhere, because I think it's fair enough to at least first start exploring Varlamore a little bit, get our account going, and then go from there. There we go, that's 5 thieving. Now we can actually move on to the cake stalls, which is going to be really nice because it's going to be a nice supply of food to get our stuff kicked off with. Let me get some more chocolate bars here. Now, there is one thing. There are 2 guards here that can see us if we're stealing from the cake stall. But we can actually locate them to a place that they're not going to be able to see us for quite a while and get stuck. There we go. Now he's going to follow us. And now if we just move back here outside of the market, we can actually trap him behind the bush. And if we get him behind the bush, oh, let's eat here, and we run back in, see, he's gonna get stuck. And now we can steal all the cakes, all the pastries. But there's another guard, but we can do the same thing with him. There we go, he sees us. Now we run just back here as we did before. Gotta make sure our health stays up. The other guard will now get de-aggroed, but the other guy, we can get him stuck behind the bush. So we gotta move this person out of the way. Hello? Can you please move? Thank you. Now we get him stuck behind the bush. And we run back in. And there we go. Now they're both set. We can just, you know, do our thing. And they do reset over time, but it's gonna be easy to get them back in there. There we go. That's gonna be 10 thieving already. Now we can steal from farmers. Not gonna be worth it right now, but I think later on we're gonna be able to pickpocket master farmers, get our farming up. Let's go, man. 11 thieving, 12 thieving, 13 thieving. So here you see one of the guards got reset. We can easily just take him outside again, beat him up, get him stuck behind the bush. And then the other guard, if we just re-aggro him, I think he will stay outside as long as the other guy now that just got reset. And then we can go again. So these cakes are going to be our main food supply for a little while. So I'm actually going to bank a few. I'm not going to bank all of them because we have enough time. As I said, we do have 25 coins on there. Don't blame me for it. Don't get mad at me for 25 coins, please. So eventually, thieving is going to be our moneymaker. Once we reach 15 thieving, we can do stealing valuables. It's the thing that you can only do in Varlamore. You can go in people's houses, steal their stuff, and trade that back in for money. And that's going to be 20 thieving. We can now steal from the silk stalls. And this is going to be some pretty nice money to start off with. Stealing silk is actually a pretty good money maker. You can like steal from the stalls and then you can sell them back to the trader. I think we get like 60 GP each per silk. I'm not really sure. We'll see that in a little bit. I think it was like 60 GP. First, I'm gonna take all this food to the bank. I think we have like 60, 80 cakes. Let's get to the silk stealing. I'm not really sure if we need to lure a guard, but I think we're gonna be pretty safe here. 23! Alright, I'm gonna take this last inventory to the bank. Then we have 100 silk. So now I'm gonna wait 30 minutes. We're gonna do something else for a little bit. And then we can sell this guy his silk back. Alright, it's now 30 minutes later. Let's see how much money we will make from our silk. I hope it will be around 5-6k. I think it was like 60 GP. I'm not really sure at this point. At least I know in Ardoin it's Ardugner. I think it's like 60 GP. What? 15 GP? Okay, maybe this is not the moneymaker I was expecting to get here. Let's sell all the silk. Let's see how much money we get. Alright, I think we end up with just 1.5k here. Not really much, but on the other hand, we don't really need a lot to begin with. This isn't really what I hoped. Shit. God damn it. Let's see what we can buy, actually. Alright, so here we have a store. We can buy armor. We can buy weapons. Let's see, what can we buy? We can buy an iron scimitar, a steel scimitar, and a mithril scimitar. And then later, we'll just have to come back for a adamant scimitar. Now it's time to train some combat.
But Noob Tourist, how are you going to train your combat?
Well, let me tell you about the gemstone crab. The gemstone crab is a boss that has been added in the latest update to Varlamore, the Final Dawn, and it is a group boss. It is the crabs of crabs, the most social crab, the crab that rules them all, and it has all kinds of stuff on its back, all kinds of gems. If you are in the top 10, you can get this stuff on his back. But I have stood way too long at some crabs on different accounts. We can talk to people. We can make a cool montage about the crab and me hitting the crab, leveling up. We can make something awesome out of this. Okay, I want to make a cool montage of me getting 30 attack, 30 strength, and 30 defense. So without further ado, let's train some combat. There we go, that was actually not too bad. And while I was here, I was trying to look to see what's over here. I've never been here before. I mean, we have so many different trees. We have some yew trees, maples, redwood. I think this is also where you had the fletching activity. And I thought it would be a good idea to maybe find that out a little bit. There's a knife here, let's take that. And I did see there are some shops in the town above us where we can also buy an axe. I do see this new area also has a few quests that we can do, but that is for a later time. We no way can do any of these quests right now. I think we do have to complete a minigame to start off the fletching activity, but I think we also need like 15 fletching before we can start even. There's some leather that we can tan over here that's going to be nice for future crafting. And let's see what else this town has to offer. There's a furnace, there's a general store, there's a bar. Maybe we can even buy some stews here, I'm not really sure. There is an axe shop, a smithing thing. But first things first, let's get an axe. Alright, it looks like we can at least buy a steel axe and an iron axe for now. So we can at least have a little bit faster wood cutting. And then we'll come back later as soon as we've made some money off of fletching. I thought fletching would be a good idea because once we get to like Willow, we will be able to make some quite good money. We can pick some flax here as well. We can string that later. I think we have to get like 10 crafting. But I also haven't tried out the minigame yet. So I thought it would be fun to get that started a little bit. And see how we enjoy it. There we go. That is 5 woodcutting. We still need to get our first fletching level. 5 woodcutting already. There we go. That is the first fletching level on the account. We will get quite a few more, but it's a good start. I see we can activate a statue over here. I think later on we can get a necklace somewhere. And with that necklace, we'll be able to teleport to all these places on the island. Or is it an island? I think it's become a region because I think it's attached to Zea. I don't think it's an island, Varlamore. I think it's a region, right? But I'm looking for the best place to cut some wood here because I don't really find a place with a lot of trees. I did find a new place, but there's a wolf over there. 7 wood cutting. That's gonna be nice. That's 10 wood cutting. It's funny because I have watched so many RuneScape videos that it feels kind of nostalgic to say a 10 wood cutting. Like it's something in my brain that tickles so many nostalgic memories of people that I've watched. But it feels like I'm adding to that tradition by doing it myself. I'm not really sure if I should try to find my own way to say it. Maybe it would be fun to find my own way of like saying a level up. 10 wood cutting! Something like that. Way over the top. Okay, we have 5 fletching. That's gonna be really nice. Okay, these shafts go so slow. All right, that's 50 wood cutting. There are 2 oaks here, so if we get our fletching up, we can actually get these oaks. And they're too close to each other, but I think the respawn time these days of oaks isn't that bad, right? There is a boat here, and we can actually move to different cities throughout the new Varlamore expansion. So if you go here... Oh, hello. What do you have for me? He gave me coins. Oh, that's gonna be nice. 640 coins. That is not bad. We can actually use that very wisely at the moment. So I wanted to check out this fishing shop. And we can buy some feathers. And with those feathers, we can actually also train our fletching. Okay, 100 feathers. We don't have too much, but we can do it a little bit. 15 XP. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's pretty decent, actually. This is even gonna get us 8 fletching. This is very nice. Okay, maybe we need some more money to continue on the shafts. But I think once we are able to do the fletching activity, it's gonna be an enormous boost with the XP that we can get. Okay, I did some AFKing on the side as well, and I got 266 silk. And while we wait for our silk to be able to be sold back to the trader, I'm gonna just... there's a nice spot here with a nice few amount of trees. So we can continue our little fletching grind right here, and I'll see you guys when we are able to sell our silk. Alright, here we go. It's about 30 minutes later, and we are gonna sell everything. I think it's not gonna go down in terms of price. It's always gonna stay on like 15 GP. And if we sell everything, sell, we will get 4.6k. Okay, I'm not really too happy about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue fletching for a while. Woodcutting as well, of course, will be, you know, it's gonna be the same thing. Leveling up, kind of, it's working together since, you know, you need the wood to fletch. And, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna continue to skill, okay? That's gonna be 25 woodcutting. And that's gonna be 20 fletching. That's gonna be such a nice level. What I'm gonna do first, actually, is start the quest, the Twilight's Promise. It's going to be a quest that allows us to travel with the birds throughout Varlamore, but there's one obstacle. We do need to defeat a level 81, but from what I've seen online, we can make it happen. But just let's see how far we can make it into the quest, and we're going to give it a shot. I must say the quest in Varlamore, from what I've known, come with me, you. They are pretty fun. There is one quest that we're going to do later on that is just the most nonsense quest I've ever done. Like, we have a drunk guard. We got to splash some water in his face to freshen him up. I think the quests over here are really, really creative and fun and refreshing to do. Alright, this is the moment that we have been prepping for. We have to kill the level 81. We actually also bought an arrow and some arrows, a bow and arrow. We bought a bow and arrow. He's gonna pray against one attack style. Okay, let's do this. Come on, let's go. And every 5 hits, he's gonna change his prayer. So a few more, and then he's gonna bring his prayer up. Ooh, that's a 6. That's gonna be bad. Okay, now we switch. We need to hit him 5 times. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, this is not going too well, actually. Okay, now we switch back. I think we're gonna have to eat more. It's not the greatest start. We haven't hit him once. Okay, that's the first hit. So, let's put this on rapid. Okay, so I did some running around. It looks like it's gonna be an exit for us. I don't think we're gonna make it happen. We only have 2.5 food left. I think we need the stews. They're gonna heal for more with 1 bite. And I think we need some armor. I think with some armor we can make it happen. But for now, we're gonna take our defeat. I think we're gonna have to make some money. It all comes down to the money. I must say, I'm really happy that we chose not to take the wines, because I feel we've already explored. Hello, good day to you. He gave us coins. As the moment we needed money, this man came to give us money. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go try out Hill Giants. Let's just go over there. It's always going to be good to get our combat more up for the next attempt on the fight. And the potential loot that it can drop, it's pretty okay. As long as we can at least maybe buy like a mithril plate body, that's going to be really nice. And whatever else is going to come on our path, I think it also depends on some luck. Here they are. Is this multi? Oh, that's going to be not the best. Not ideal. And I mean, not only is it going to give us loot, it's also going to give us prayer, which we also going to need in the future. Getting that 43 prayer would be an insane upgrade for the account if we can just have protect melee, protect range, and protect magic. That's just going to be like something we eventually need to do anyway. That is the very first prayer level of the account. 2 prayer. The first of many. Alright, I got a few drops. I also got 4 prayer in the meantime. I know it's not much, but I wanted to see what the prices are of like the talisman, the kite shield, the wooden shield. I'm gonna save the law runes. Alright, and that is all 1 coin. So I guess I'm gonna just hold on to this. That's option 1. I'm now gonna try something different. We're gonna go back to Auburn. I know there is some flags here. There's a spinning wheel and there's oak trees. So if we can just make a few oak short bows, I think that will be way more profitable than what we're doing over here. And even while I'm walking here, I'm looking to myself and I'm thinking, I am looking like a warrior. Backpack, helmet, kite shield, man. What an outfit. Okay, so I just arrived at this place, but I also thought I can now do the totem thing, the veil totem stuff. And I just looked at the reward page, and that is actually also looking quite nice. Oh, what is this? A bowstring spool? I think we can use this actually to, if we have like flags, it stores on the spool, and then we can easily string bows with it. That's gonna be nice. Okay, so let's collect some more stuff here. Alright, I'm gonna string these last few bows. I'm gonna sell them. Then we're gonna go back to Civitas y la Fortis, and we're gonna give this another shot. With 5.6k, we will be able to, 5.2k, buy a mithril plate body. And I just hope with just this kite shield, we have a med helm, an iron med helm, and a mithril plate body. We're gonna give this another shot. We're gonna get some food. Let me take a look to the defense. If you can see just the difference. Of course, now we have 0. And just with, is the forestry kit giving anything? No, not really. But everything together, we have a really nice set of defense bonus, which is gonna help us definitely in the fight. It's not much for now, but it's definitely gonna prevent some hits from happening. All right, the moment is there. We're gonna see if we can make this fight happen. Let's go, mister. Round 2. And from last time, I did learn if we hit him a few times, run around in like the big square, we can prevent a lot of hits from happening. Okay, that's range. Now we walk back, hit him, walk back. So now if we can at least hit him like 3-4 times without getting hit, that's gonna help a lot of prevention. Come on, man, we're so close. We have half an inventory left. My run is almost up though, so we're gonna get some more hits from this guy now. Ooh, that's bad. All right, this is looking nice. Come on. All right, this is the moment. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, come on, big hit. Yes, come on. One more. I think one more. That's it. That's it. We got him. Oh my God. We still have 10 food left. That difference is amazing. We did it. We did it. Alright, now we just have to defeat a few more guys, like 34 combat. I think we can just do that with this inventory. That's quest completed. That is the first quest we've done on Varlamore. And we can now use the Quetzal... Oh, 31 thieving, nice. We can now use the Quetzal transport system. Is it called the Quetzal transport system? Let's see, where can we go? So many places. Teltaglan. Okay. Hunter Guild. Auburnville. Oh, let's go to Auburnville. There is so much already unlocked. I didn't know that. I think this is a beautiful start of the account. I think I'm gonna round off the episode here. We've done some amazing stuff already. I'm really excited to get this going, actually. Just the storytelling already. I'm having so much fun in this region. I can't wait what our adventure will bring. I hope you will stick along for the ride. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.